5 New York chefs.
We came together to cook.
We came together to tell our stories.
We came to share our table.
Welcome to Yum Chat.
My name is Wilson Tang, and I'm the owner of Namwa Tea Parlor. Coming from an immigrant family, my dad had run a restaurant. My mom was a seamstress when she came to America in the 70s. So food and restaurant business was always kind of part of my growing up. I took on the tea parlor around 8 years ago, maybe 7 years ago, 2011. It was actually a very serendipitous situation in my life. I was just getting married. I was working in finance, and my uncle asked me if I was actually interested in running the tea parlor because he needs to retire. I didn't hesitate, and it's been a great ride so far. Today, what we're making is one of my kids' favorite dish. It's a Japanese stir-fried udon with some Chinese lapchang. It's moments like these where we can sit together at a table to enjoy a quick meal, something we can just kind of whip up really quick.
And I know what you mean, because when we get home, my child gets home from school, sometimes we only have 15-20 minutes to make dinner, and it's this mad rush. Any parent can relate to this, of just trying to throw together a nourishing meal and really struggling with getting that done on time and something that they will eat, because you know how kids are, they can be really picky.
Is this one is a salty kind of sausage or the sweet version?
So this is the salty one.
Salty
yeah,
one,
salty
okay.
one. You can use the sweet, but I prefer the salty
I
version.
don't like the sweet one because
Yeah.
when I was little, my grandma always just like trying to feed me with those sweet sausage, and I just like, I don't like sweet. I want to eat meat. I don't want to eat dessert. I don't
Yeah.
With the noodle, I would like to just give it a quick soak in the water to just kind of soften it up a little bit. This is definitely my preference.
Okay.
Ramen noodles would work also. Let's do 2 packs.
And they have like their own stash that when you cook it and the sauce will stick.
Yeah. But this udon works really, really well. It's definitely a good quality product. This is the stir-fried udon with Chinese sausage and Chinese broccoli. I have basically been in the kitchen since I was born. I think as first-generation immigrants, like my parents were, that was the last thing they wanted to see me do, is to be in a kitchen, because it was such grueling work. I remember going to business school and kind of working in finance, and it was a sad moment for my dad. It's like, wait, we put you through school and this is what you want to do? You want to go work at a restaurant? You're crazy. It took a long time for him to actually, oh wow, this really is different from how I used to do it. This is definitely a choice. I love hospitality. I love being with people. I love my kitchen family. I love my own family. Raising 2 kids in New York is, it's quite a feat. I'm blessed to have a very good support system, and we just take turns managing the children.
Oh, growing up, oh my gosh, I have 6 sisters.
Oh wow.
5 sisters, 1 brother.
Okay.
So my dad, I don't know how he did it. Both of them worked full time, and he would be able to get dinner on the table in less than an hour for all of us.
Wow.
It was
They
amazing.
make stuff like this.
Yeah, he made stuff like that. A dish that is always makes its way onto the dinner table for family specials. Dish they call kaoyok. It's a braised pork belly. That's like cooked 3 times. You blanch it, you poke it, you rub it with honey, you fry it, you cut it, you marinate it, you steam it.
Wow.
Yeah.
My dad always says like the happiest time of his life is when he's enjoying a dinner, a meal with his loved ones.
Unfortunately, my mother still doesn't cook and never cooked. She would always take me back to Korea to see my grandmother. My grandmother lived on this very small island with 100 people. The island had to be self-sufficient. They had to grow their own rice. They had to grow their own everything. When I went to that island and really experienced all the different ingredients and the difference of the flavors. It really inspires me, and the principle that I live by is how important ingredients are to every meal and every dish.
I grew up with my grandparents because my mom moved here when I was 3 years old. She taught me when I was like 5 years old to peel garlic. She will just give me money and send me to the market, which is like 2 blocks down. I will be just like, hey, can I have half dozen of egg? And I will come back like so excited what she's going to make today. And she will surprise me with all this food that she made. Something so simple. Sometimes she just puts fish sauce into the stock that she boiled for like a couple hours. And it tastes so amazing. I don't know how.
So one dish that I love my mom made is char siu, which is the Chinese barbecue pork. And she didn't have a recipe. My mom is such a good cook. She just did things through her senses. I asked my mom, I said, I want to write down some of the recipes. She's like, okay. So I said, how do you make your char siu? And she said, well, you put soy sauce in on the pork. I'm like, okay, how much? You just dabble, you put on there. I'm like, okay, how long do you cook it? Well, you have to wait till it starts to smell good, and then you turn it over, then you watch it, and then you know it's done.
My grandma was just a phenomenal cook. She was amazing. She always wanted to cook, Korean food. And one of the fondest memories I have is obviously kimchi. And it's such an iconic Korean dish.
Did you ever bring the kimchi to school?
I was one of those kids that was like so proud of like my food and like what I ate at home. Yeah, but like the smell, I obviously as soon as you open it, it's just like travels throughout the whole cafeteria, and I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm doing my part to keep this establishment as old as it can be, but there's still innovation that needs to be done. We still need to keep pushing forward and keep changing and adapting, and hopefully with my children, and they can kind of take it on and take on the legacy and keep it going as well.
Hey guys, if you like this video, click to subscribe so you won't miss an episode of Yum Chat. And for full recipes, check out twinmarquee.com.